Viewer discretion is advised.
But will be completely ignored.
Spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good.
Like TV from other dimensions has a somewhat looser feel to it. Yeah, it's got an almost improvisational tone.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you all know what time it is. The Wrestling Asylum, 11 a.m. every Sunday morning. And this week, as the title says, we got a rival and a revival. But before I bring the crew in, you know what I need from you. Like, share, subscribe, stay notified, Telegram, Telegraph, Google+, your sister's ass, the Pony Express, what can Brown do for you? And FedEx, go fuck yourselves, in the post office, suck it. Don't forget, check out the Linktree. That's Linktree/Off the Top Ropes Podcast. You can find us everywhere we are. Apple, Spotify, you name it. And stay up to date. Check out the archives. Never miss an episode. And if you didn't join the Pod Mob, what the fuck were you thinking? And please do me and the guys a big favor to help pay some bills. W and Swift Energy, 10 or 15% off with the promo code OTTR Mob. Both of them, great flavors. Kick the coffee habit. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Crash out. Also, check out Akazi Clothing and Habits 365. Check out their merch. Check out their stores. 10 or 15% off with the promo code OTTR Mob. And enjoy. Look fly going into the spring at the club. And also look fly this summer. You might snag a girl, snag a dude, or, well, you know, whatever makes you happy. But also, don't forget, check out bonfirestore.com/store/off the top oops network and give us some love. Check out the merch, tanks, hoodies, caps, maybe even a coffee mug. Don't quote me on that. You never know. But check out the Podman Mob merch, Black Hearts Angels, the Wrestling Asylum merch. We got the original logo. We got the 2nd through 6th season logo. We even got the newest logo. And I have a funny feeling I might just whip something brand new up for you. Never say never. But make sure you show some love. Get yourself some merch. Help us keep the lights on. And spread the word. But today, don't also forget to check out Hardcore Sports Network too, our partners as well, and all the great content they're pumping out every single week. But today is an arrival. Now, I couldn't be more happy about this. But ladies and gentlemen, he is the newest member of the Asylum. You saw him last week. Welcome to the Asylum, Gunnar Moody. Gunnar, it is a privilege to have you. Welcome to the show. And I look forward to hearing your outtake every single week. Welcome. Unmute your mic.
So nice. We decided to make it permanent. I'm so happy to be here. So excited to be working with you guys more frequently now. And we'll see what we got. We'll see what kind of shenanigans we can get into.
Absolutely. Also, you guys know last week he was on assignment. Please welcome back Mr. Nekro. How are you, good sir?
I'm good. I want to say welcome to Gunnar to the group. Honestly, I'm happy to hear that you're part of here. So that means that weeks where I can't be here, Eric won't be screaming into the ether on his own. So thank you for taking the pressure off of me a little bit.
I'll take the screaming.
I appreciate that, brother. But this ain't the only surprise I have. We know his schedule is hectic. And when he has something he wants to say, he's got an open mic. And he knows it. Today, he is a prophecy seer. A wise man, if you will. Hey, B, welcome on. And it's good to see you back, kind sir. I look forward to your take. Say hello to everybody. Tell them what you got. And we got one more in store because he's not the only one joining us today. We got a fifth man, KB. You know what time it is. He's the boss. The Pod Mob's leader. Blackheart is in the house. And today, we got a lot to talk about, fellas. In the second half of the program, Gunner, we're going to show some love for you. We know you're a new tag champ, so Camo Country's on the move. We're going to dive into that because it's going to lead us into our Analyze This segment. We're going to take a little time travel back to 2016. It was DIY, TakeOver Toronto, challenging FTR, then known as The Revival, in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh, boy, those were the days.
Yep. But we got to kick this off right. And
we got to do the expeditious way. We got to do the long version way because your boy cooked up a nice little presentation about Elimination Chamber 2026 that happened last night in Chicago.
Yes, we did. But we are going to start with something that we all agree. This shit needs to fucking quit. Fans, your own pro wrestlers have lives of their own. I want to hear everybody's take one at a time, but cut the bullshit. Okay? The fact that this woman, whether you like her or not, is having to potentially put her entire fucking real life career in limbo because you can't seem to have a life of your own. I have a problem with that. Okay? I have a very big problem with that. I mean, yes, say what you want about her being champion and all the stuff she's done, but Tony wouldn't have made her the first signing in AEW if he didn't like what he saw with her. Okay? Yes, she's had some great storylines. She was dating the baby, as we say. Talent have their own fucking lives. It's one thing to see them at a WrestleCon or a fan access or something, whatever. That's fine. I have no fucking problem with that. But the fact that we are seeing this shit, and let alone seeing it happen in real time, we ain't gonna go into that. Okay, this makes me want to puke. She has a fucking life of her own. Harassing her in her regular job, I'm amazed she hasn't had some of you fucking arrested or any of the other wrestlers you've done this shit to. As a lifelong fan, if I've ever seen one of them, before I even approach, I give them the nod or a salute. They know I'm a fan. And I leave it at that. And if they decide to approach me, fine. Not, I just wave, say thanks for what you do, and go about my business. And that's called showing fucking respect. Yes, Tony Khan has said she will be back and waits for the best story. Say what you want, like it or not. This is fucking ridiculous. I am sick to my balls of this bullshit. I can't even begin to tell you how often I've seen this bullshit. Do y'all motherfucking realize I came this close? And Gunner, you might want to check the archives. The others know this. Do you want the other persona to come and fuck you all up again? I've already done it to Tony Khan, Punk, Vince. This, I'd probably crash the fuck out or pass out. Get a life. Shit like this, if it were up to me, I'd probably have you, see ya, bye. Done here. So Gunner, seeing as how you are in the sport, I want to hear from you first, brother, what you think about all this. The floor is yours, bud.
I mean, brother, you've nailed the head on the nail with that. It's ridiculous whenever you. I feel obviously it happens a lot more with female talent because of whatever reasons, right? It's ridiculous. You shouldn't be stalking anybody, regardless of your neighbor next door. You know what I mean? I agree. Y'all gotta get a life and stop being on the internet so much and sending all these hate tweets or hate emails or death threats, because I know she's getting death threats right now. It's like, bro, what are you guys doing? Because I'm telling you right now, if this was me, there'd be lawsuits going out right now. I want to be putting up with that crap.
Oh damn!
I'll add on to this because as a rookie booker and promoter myself and shit like that, we gotta have an understanding about dividing up the lines. And just recently, we actually had an incident like that where someone was blowing up a independent wrestler's DMs like that she had to block them. But as the person did not know that this was a young woman who has mental issues, so take it with a grain of salt when it comes to that. Certain people got to monitor those phones, please, because something could be said and it's gonna take the talent off the wrong way. Then it's gonna, and you know how these people they run into these social
Thanks,
media
Bobby.
vent grievances, that type of stuff like that, and that's how your name gets blown out there within like a day, right? I remember we just made this post on my, hey, respect the talent's privacy and space, especially where if they're not reaching out to you to talk to you, that type of stuff, then you should not be blowing them up for any type of communication whatsoever, unless if it's business related. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do that, you're putting the talent, you're putting the staff, you're putting the fans at risk when you got people like that on your radar and stuff like that. So that's just a fair warning for a lot of fans out there that think it's cool for you guys to do that. It's not cool for y'all to do that. We seen what happened with the Seth Rollins situation and in Brooklyn, I think like a couple years ago, where that fan tackled him because he was catfished.
Yo, fuck that. What about Sonya Deville? The dude broke into her fucking house.
We'll get into that too. The Sonya Deville situation, the Mandy Rose situation,
that was crazy too.
The Alexa Bliss situation.
Yep.
All these people that were sending
well.
fucking presidents to people's houses, that type of stuff, bro. That's creepy. Don't do that.
Yo, I want to see someone do that Sonya Deville thing to Brock Lesnar's house. See how good they get through that.
Doing that, you're bringing gifts to someone's front door, bro. That's creepy. That's fucking creepy, bro. That's when a real restraining order will have to be the fucking addressed, because if you step on a private property, if it's private property, you are not allowed to be there unless that person gives you consent. Straight up and down. So a lot of people will indeed be in jail because they do not know the difference between art and reality when it comes to wrestling. I think that's been the biggest thing. People take this. Let me not take them with the grain of salt when I say this. They take it too real, to the point where it's like, if they can do it, then they can do it. No, there's only there's that invisible line that you do not cross. Some fans need to know not to not cross those boundaries. That's it. That's it.
All right.
What do you think about it? Let KB handle this one.
By a show of hands, and you're not going to be on full screen, by a show of hands, who knows Britt Baker? Like, seriously, who knows Britt Baker?
Wait, personally or just know of her existence?
No, just know of her existence. I'm talking about
right, in general. I know what he was referring to.
How many of us actually know Brittany Baker?
No.
None of us, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So, to whatever fan that's threatening Brittany Baker, because I'm not calling her Britt, I'm gonna call her Brittany, because when she's trying to be a dentist, that's Dr. Brittany Baker. So, to all of these fans that are out there harassing this woman in her place of work that she spent years and years and years trying to perfect, here's just some advice to you. Planet Fitness has like $10 specials that you can easily get like a month for like $10. About the same price where you go to McDonald's and probably get you a Big Mac and a large fry. So take that Big Mac money, right? This is some advice from KB. Go take that Big Mac money, right? Go down to Planet Fitness, get you a month for like $10. maybe splurge on the extra 5. Maybe might get a little training that might help you work out some of them love handles before beach season, right?
1 and 2.
Then when you lose about 20, 30, 40 pounds, then you might be able to get you a real life female. Might not be as bad as the females you see on television, but still can get you a nice solid 6, maybe a solid 7. You know what I'm saying? Go out, touch some sand. When you feel that warm sensation of that pussy wrapping around your little micro dick, then come talk to me.
Yo, KB, would you believe me if my fat ass told you that the Big Mac meal is actually more expensive?
Yes, it is.
See, everything's more expensive now, but we don't need to get in on that.
No, wait. Well, listen, wait, fellas. But we gotta understand too about something. About something like this, right?
Damn straight, Bobby.
Even the men can get harassed. But
not just the women.
Wait, because I did bring this up last week on the Girls' Show about ring rats, right? But men, and they know what the hell they're looking for and what they're doing, they're probably going to do it. I don't see a woman out there saying like, "Yo, let me find some dick to take home, or to take the fucking hotel. I need some dick." You never hear that type of shit, right? So we gotta know what the balance between that is, of where it's okay. Maybe I can do a little something, and so that you ain't like no weirdo. Okay, cool. Or you are that type of weirdo that's gonna be hunting and stalking that person down, going through burning phones and accounts and shit, just to try to get a goddamn motherfucking answer.
I mean, you see women acknowledge Roman Reigns all the time, but you don't see women that's literally grabbing at this man's jock.
Do you not know how many women that was like throwing their fucking pains at fucking Roman when we trying to heal those 5 years? There was a lot of women that would say, "Yo, break up with your wife." What? Break up with your wife for you, bitch? Who are you?
They wanted to acknowledge. They wanted to acknowledge their tribal peace.
Who are you? This man got 5 kids.
Yes, please acknowledge your tribal.
Oh damn!
That means every woman wants a man that got kids and shit. But why are we the men got taken of another man's kids?
Wait, hear women say what shit all the time? I just read that. Women in men's fields, bro. Wrestling hasn't been a gendered field in like 40 fucking years. And also, to finally get my word of edgewise in on my whole fucking take.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can acknowledge the irony of me saying this on a wrestling-centric podcast, as we do every fucking week, but at the same time, let's all acknowledge it for real. This is fucking wrestling. It is entertainment. It is a fucking television show. Get a fucking life. There's more than this. You want to meet these people? It's called conventions. It's called being a fucking weirdo at the airport, but I guess that's better than going to their fucking house. Get a fucking life. I love wrestling, but I have a life outside of wrestling.
Yes.
The fuck? I'm not going to go stalk someone because I fucking like their in-ring performance. Get fucked. You're a fucking weirdo. You're a fucking creep. Go fuck yourself. Find a different sport. In fact, go do that shit at UFC. Go stalk one of the UFC women and see how that works out for you.
Get him.
Bro, you'll get your ass whipped on that.
Straight.
But Nick, to your point, man, remember back in the 90s, what's the girl from Saved by the Bell that everybody used to stalk? What was her name?
Oh God, Kelly?
Kelly Kapowski. That's the one. You know how many restraining orders that she had to put on fans back in the 90s?
And that poor girl. That poor girl.
Okay, wait. Now that's because when I guess we gotta think back to our childhood, fellas, because what were we always told as a young boy when it comes to a girl that like you like? What do you do?
You'd be annoying.
Now that's where the missing fathers come into play, because if the father had not teach y'all that, that's where the father figure comes in and you gotta say, no, you gotta slow walk before you gotta slow walk, get to know the person before you even jump into a situation like that, because you may not know who that person truthfully is behind closed doors. So I would say this. So say like hypothetically, right? Say if someone did bag Rhea, right? What if Buddy Murphy was nowhere in the mix? She dates someone else. She dates a fan. That fan doesn't know how life on the road is. How there's gonna be some days you're gonna be too exhausted to talk on the phone. That's the you say this is how this that type of third. You're going to conventions, you're going to meetings, you're going to meet and greets, you're going to do TV appearances. You as a regular person at home is going to feel slighted because you want to watch your woman at home, but your woman is a bread maker and she's traveling around making these big bucks. Sometimes you gotta be the bitch and sit your ass at home and occupy your time doing different things. And that's why you always see these wrestlers date and marry other wrestlers.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, do y'all remember the bullshit when I'm not gonna call her Mercedes. Fuck that shit. Fucking. Do you remember when Sasha Banks?
Hey! Don't fuck that shit, Nick. I told you you'll get a goddamn infection.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Do you remember when Sasha Banks showed her boyfriend, and he was like a normal, regular guy, and everyone hated on him?
Look at this comment.
Yeah, what happened to Roxy recently?
Oh
yeah. Some guy said some derogatory shit at a live event, and fucking who was it that told her to apologize? I think like Raquel did it or something like that. Raquel made the guy apologize and shit. Because he said like derogatory, that type of shit like that, whatever.
It was nasty from what I recall.
Oh,
I don't know how bad, but it was bad enough.
We have full-on conversations going on right now in the comments.
Hey, wait, listen. If it's not on the verge of racism, that type of shit, then it's just going to be every single person talking to a heel. But if it was racial shit, then I can totally understand. Because they're probably the same ethnicity. But sometimes you gotta learn how to shut the fuck up and just know what to do and what not to do.
Well, I think that leads into what we talked about last week, where it was like common sense and respect has been out the window for the last decade or so.
Yeah. So. At least 15 so years. I mean, look at Stephen A here. He's like, this fucking bullshit. Even Roman's sitting here going, fuck this bullshit.
I mean, you know the old saying, common sense ain't common.
Yeah, like, okay, look, at this particular point, I think we all concur. Enough is enough. Okay, and the thing about you mentioned with Rhea, if it was Rhea and Buddy went home, I'd be more fucking afraid of Rhea fucking me up.
Oh, no. The question was, if Rhea wasn't with Murphy and she dated just a regular fan, here's how that whole scenario would play.
Oh, okay.
That's how you get these fans being like, oh, I got a motherfucking wrestler wife, but it's not a regular wife that is going to be home 24/7 with you. She's going to be out and about, traveling around, doing shows, coming up banged up. When she's injured, you're going to have to be one. You have to be one taking care of her.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, like you became the wife and she's the husband because she's the breadwinner.
I mean, like I said, remember when Sasha Banks was dating that regular dude and everyone was like hating on him?
Thank you. And he was a fucking costume maker and shit, but he was still active. He was married.
Yeah, and then she married him and then divorced him, and now she's with whoever the hell that is.
Oh, that's how that ended? Jesus.
Yeah,
I mean, hold on. Mercedes ex-husband should have been studied because he was a regular dude and he was dating one
that was gonna be on the road with her and shit, so she's not by herself.
Thank you.
And this is what happens.
And to answer your question, she's actually dating Beast Mortos.
Yeah.
But I think Gunner put it best. I'm surprised there aren't lawsuits or some kind of restraining orders. Because Gunner, I gotta ask you this, okay? Before we wrap up everything on this segment, seeing as how you're in the biz, all right? The Sonya Deville mess, how would you have handled that?
A gun.
Dude, he just took the words right out of my mouth. There would have been buckshot or a slug going out. Like, you come into my house, bro, there's gonna be something pumping iron into you, all right? So it's gonna be some lead, there's gonna be some loud banging, and it's not gonna be coming from a baseball bat, all right?
You might be looking up to God after this.
Yeah.
44!
A trigger.
And you can explain to him how you ended up there.
Yo, pray to God before you take that last breath. Boom.
Yes. Exactly.
I think we need to summarize us like
44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts.
yeah, you might want to square up with order.
Explain to Jesus what you were doing.
Exactly. I mean,
Oh,
bless
shit,
Sonya,
I remember
mean,
that.
How did you get up here, son? I broke into someone's house, and then that person was right there with a gun and shot me like point blank in the face.
Danielson put him in the label lock till the cops came.
Closed casket, nothing else.
Nothing else. Nope.
Closed casket.
They'd have to do if they wanted an open casket, they'd have to do a lot of facial surgery, my friend.
Hang on. It'd be like this. John Cena nose broken and shit from Seth.
Oh God.
Forehead all grimy and shit.
Nah, I didn't heard the Danielson story. What happened with that one?
Okay, so this was when Danielson first started dating Britt. So some fan got all jealous and anal hurt and decided to confront him about it. Bad fucking idea. Repeat. Bad fucking idea.
Jeez.
I mean, the dude isn't—he's not the biggest, but he's one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time. He's gonna twist you like a fucking pretzel. What are you thinking you were gonna do?
Oh, I sat there almost.
Your body parts are gonna be where you didn't think they could be.
Now imagine, right? You break into his house, right? It's dark in there, and then out of the corner of your eye, you see a short gnome full sprint at you and knee you in the fucking face.
Or how about knee in the balls? That'd be funny.
Just straight up, just a flying knee square in the fucking jaw.
Wait. Or I think I said this last week. Someone catfish a wrestling fan as Liv Morgan and used the whole fucking Riot Squad photo for a driver's license and shit like that. It bled the 60-year-old man out of fucking like $22,000. I was like, how are you stupid enough to know that this woman on TV is making 7 figures? Why are you sending this person money and you do not know that?
That's the one scam I never understand. Like, again, common sense is out the window. It's like, bro, you got a person that's making millions, if not thousands of dollars regularly, and yet they're asking you for a couple of grand. It's like,
is that not weird?
I think I said it last week. If I was to do that, it would be like, okay, indie wrestler doing it. By the way, if you ever get a message that's not me, not by my one account, don't answer it.
Motherfuckers get a message from me. The street corner.
That reminds me, I saw this was like years ago. Obviously, it was a really shitty scam, but it was the same idea. Someone was pretending to be Roman, and someone screenshotted the conversation. It's like, "Hello, I am Roman Reigns. Me and Paul Heyman, are stuck trying to get to the island of relevancy. Can you send me $50?" And he's like, "Can you prove to me you're Roman Reigns?" And he just typed out in all caps, "Ooh ah."
Oh, I heard about that.
Wow.
I heard about that.
It's so fucking scared that we're seeing scams being brought into the wrestling industry, and that's just how it's getting dangerous. Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting a weird inbox for someone that claims that it's that person, you know for damn well it's not that motherfucking person.
Yo, someone pinned Dez's comment. "Hey, it's me, John Cena. I need 1K to travel to the next show. You can't see me." That's hilarious.
That crap.
Wait, hold on, Des. Rebuttal. You might as well just change the John Cena into Eddie Guerrero. I need 1K to revive myself.
Damn.
Wait.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Brother went there. That's crazy.
I'm sorry. No, listen, if y'all met Dez, he's not white.
All right.
So that's the only reason why I have to throw that one little thing in right there. Sorry, Dez. Oh, and I just
did the Eddie Boot spot last night.
Oh yeah, no, I see some of his clips of his steel cage match that he had last night. I don't know what the hell he did with that chair. So you gotta answer that question, Des.
All right. Well, in closing, folks, cut the bullshit, get a fucking life, quit stalking your favorite wrestlers, and if you don't be surprised if you get yourself shot or your ass whipped, whichever one comes.
Eric, you want to date a wrestler? Be a wrestler.
Enough said.
Yeah.
The easiest pathway: become a wrestler. Then you'll be able to date one. Trust me.
But now
Or just working and wrestling adjacent shit.
Unless you're Willow Nightingale, because Willow hates dating wrestlers. She likes dating regular guys.
I heard that. Willow got balls.
I say at home, I'll go do a 40-hour work week and shit like that. She goes out and making some paper, fucking overseas or doing something. Shit.
Exactly.
Hey, Willow, you take care. You built that money around the world. I'll take care of the money here in the crib. Boom.
Right. Okay. So now we got to get to what we've been wanting to talk about, and that's last night. Looks like Nekro's having some technical difficulties. He'll rejoin us momentarily. Yeah. But it is now time for everybody's favorite shit show.
What happened
in a nutshell, the Elimination Chamber. I'm going to go through real quick. And we're going to kick it off with the Women's Elimination Chamber. Shockingly, Alexa Bliss was the first one eliminated. The winner of this, as we know, would go on to battle Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. We all know that it ended up with, as usual, Mommy always being on top. But I have to say, Kiana James showed the fuck out. So did one Raquel Rodriguez. So me was Kiana because, you know, she shared a loving moment with hubby. And I mean, that was great. Mouth with the coup de grace. And then Finn again, as a sportsman, shakes hands with the champion. I guarantee you there will be a third where Finn could pull it off. Where? When? I don't know. But I will say this. Back-to-back, showing respect. I don't know about y'all, but this is closely having me think back to when he was leaving the Bullet Club and he told the Bucks to stay out of the match with him and Taguchi capable of. Overall, to me, last night, I'm going to say this, and we're going to go around the horn in a minute. All right? To me, ladies in the Elimination Chamber showed up and gave us a show. I'm going to say this. Kiana James. Oh, yeah, like a pony. Jesus. He actually impressed me. I was in shock of that. Okay? And anybody who don't like it.
Like, what did he say fuck me for?
Okay? Now, Rhea being the one to dethrone Jade, logical. We'll talk about that. Also, here's another thing. Okay? You should have saved the mystery crate for the night after WrestleMania. Could have built that up 2 months. We'll get
no. People would have been pissed if you waited that long.
I wouldn't have gave a fuck.
People were pissed over 3 weeks, dude. You think they wouldn't have been pissed over 2 months?
I don't give a shit. All right? Now, Becky Lynch doing the honors for AJ Lee. Bravo, bellissima. AJ proved once again, after being gone over a decade, she still got it. I'm happy with that. They put on a good show. Now, Punk and Balor, to me, match of the fucking night, in my opinion, because the two of them went at it. And again, Finn showing respect. I said it earlier while we were talking about it. This has me thinking back to when he left Bullet Club to come to NXT, and he told the Bucks, stay away. This is between me and Rosca Taguchi. I need to deal with this myself. Stay away. And Judgment Day honored that. Mm-hmm. I smell a babyface turn coming, and hopefully the return and redemption of the fucking Demon King for the bullshit that he had to do with Roman fucking Reigns when Roman was on his title run. Lastly, the men's Elimination Chamber. I expected it to be Cody. I'm kind of happy that it went Randy's way because now it gives us something a little more interesting. But I'm going to say this. After the show, with the shit between Nick Aldis and Drew, excuse me, dear Heavenly Lord, please, oh please, have Nick Aldis so pissed off, he goes to Triple H and goes, let me relinquish my duties as GM temporarily, put on my National Treasure gear, and fuck Drew's bitch ass up.
Yes,
That would
please.
have to be on the SmackDown, though. That can't be on the WrestleMania.
No. Of course not. We wouldn't do it right then and there. That'd be like, we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot to spite our face.
Why not?
But the response from Punk to Roman, you just added more gasoline to that fucking fire. I can't wait to see what they did. This, to me, was B- to C+, because there were still things that could have been done a little bit better, but it kind of made me go, I'm intrigued to see this and intrigued to see this. I'm not going to spend an arm and
goddamn honest. I'm sorry.
I mean, it was somewhat predictable, and I'm only being generous. I'm being generous because the talent showed up. That's it. So, seeing as how the performer with us, Gunner, talk to him. What are your thoughts?
I kind of have to disagree with Shiz a little bit. I mean, yeah, it was predictable, but the show through the bell to bell on every match, everybody, like you said, showed up and showed out. They did what they came to do. I agree with you saying that Finn Balor and Punk were probably the best match of the night. Like, hands down, it was probably the best match. But regardless if it was predictable or not, everything made sense for everybody to win their respective matches. So I think moving forward, we're just going to have to see how they continue to build it up to WrestleMania. And who knows, man? Who knows how everything's going to come out once WrestleMania comes around.
Okay. I want that real quick. All right.
What about your thoughts after on the post show? The interaction with Aldis and then between Roman and Punk.
So I'll be honest, I only saw the highlights this morning from that. I crashed out before the post show. But I am looking forward to seeing what happens with Nick Aldis, because I'm like you, I'm praying for Nick Aldis to make his in-ring debut for WWE. I'm praying for it. It needs to happen. And if it's against Drew McIntyre, whether it's for, I don't know if it's going to be for the title or not, but if he can get Drew versus Nick Aldis one time, and then maybe in the future, Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes in WWE, bro, sign me up for that.
Oh, a rubber match between Nick and Cody. Fans don't know. All In and then NWA 70. I actually like that.
There's a lot of dream matches with Nick Aldis right now. If he can, give up the general manager, even though I'd be a little sad to see that, because I've actually really enjoyed him being general manager.
He's actually done a good job.
He's been probably one of the best ones. He's no Teddy Long, let me say that, but he's done an amazing job as the GM position. But I think I speak for a lot of fans, including you guys. We need Nick Aldis in the trunks one more time. One more run.
All right, KB, I come to you. What's causing all this? Talk to him.
I'm just gonna play something right quick that's going to pretty much tell you exactly how I feel. So please take it away.
Once a captivating, trend-setting program has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor.
Ahem.
Damn!
Where did you find that promo?
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
This happened in 1999, Jericho.
Let's talk about it, shall we? The Women's Chamber. Now, everybody with a brain saw that before Friday night, the going rate was Tiffany was going to win, because logic said there was no way you was going to put Rhea in a position to where she's already a tag team champion and have her go after a singles championship. Then they lose the tag team titles. 24 hours later, she is going to WrestleMania to face Jade Cargill. And I'm going to say this about Jade. And please give me the full screen when I say this, because I need people to really feel me when I say it.
I'll give it to him.
Thank you.
Talk to him.
Jade Cargill has not progressed her in-ring skills since she was in AEW. The reason why she was 50-0 is because they was feeding her jobbers in AEW. And she still hasn't progressed ever since then.
Goldberg.
Next up, let him.
So what's going to happen when she gets in the ring with Rhea Ripley? Rhea is going to wrestle circles around her. And for the love of God, take that title off of Jade Cargill immediately, expeditiously. I don't care what needs to be done. Take it off of Jade. Now, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. The match was fine for what it was. I have no problem with AJ Lee. I'm prefacing my comments when I say this. But what I have a problem with as a fan is WWE Creative insulting my intelligence because you're saying this is the first time they're going to meet one-on-one. AJ just beat Becky Lynch last night. What's going to happen? People, use your brains. What's going to happen in 7 weeks? We're going to get the same match again at WrestleMania. So who's going to care? Nobody. I don't. I can't speak for anybody else, but I could give two shits if this happens again. I don't want to see the same match twice. Punk and Balor. Come on now. We knew Punk was winning. Let's call it what it is. There's no way WWE wasn't about to jeopardize seeing Roman and Punk in your biggest match, and quite frankly, it's the match that everybody cares about at WrestleMania because nothing else that you have right now, no one gives two shits about. So you wasn't going to jeopardize that match or anything. Then we get to the men's chamber. Oh Lord, have mercy. Where do I begin with this? Mr. LA Knight, as much as I respect you, and I do believe you deserve a whole lot better. Here's your future, my man. One of the two things is about to happen to you at WrestleMania. One, you're going to be in a tag team match with Seth Rollins against Logan Paul and Austin Theory because, well, they just don't have any other options right now. Or two, and God, please let me be wrong about this, you're going to get fed to Brock Lesnar in his open challenge. And you're pretty much going to be there for the rest of your day.
I was going to hit that button.
I'm not going to say anything bad about Trick Williams or Javon Evans. I'm happy to see that they got some shine, so I'm good with that. But the American Nympho, baby. Let me see your ass for 1 second, sir. Everybody now all last night, everybody was in my DMs on X talking about CKB. I told you they wasn't gonna do it. I told you they was gonna give it to Randy Orton. Use your brains. Do y'all really believe that they're gonna keep Cody Rhodes, their money maker, their face of the franchise? They're gonna keep him out of a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania? Let me give you people not a prediction, but a spoiler. For once, listen to me when I say this. Here's what's about to happen. We got Cody and Drew this Friday night on SmackDown. Drew's not losing. So what's going to happen? Old Jacob Fatu is going to insert himself in this, going to cause a no contest. All this is going to say, that's it. I am tired of all of you getting involved in everybody else's business. WrestleMania, Drew defends the WWE title against Cody, Randy, and Jacob. Fatal 4-way. Nobody wants, but quite frankly, nobody wants that. But hey, the end goal.
Whoa, I think KB, when you said the fatal 4-way, you was right there. But when you said no one wants to see that, people want to see Jacob Fatu because I'll wait till my turn, but I didn't want to just put into that.
I see your point, but the end goal is going to still remain the same. Cody is still walking out of Vegas with that championship, no matter how you slice it. Okay. So to me, the chamber was a complete waste of my time, and I'm going to get to Danhausen in just 1 minute because to me,
they are trash, horrible.
I'm going to say the Danhausen for Nekro.
Y'all just fucking wait. I am
mashing Rocky back and forth. He's ready.
I'm gonna give Nekro my turn. So he can go ahead. I'm like, no, you go.
I see you patient right now, but I'm gonna say this about Danhausen. This is the greatest trade in wrestling history because think about this: AEW got Andrade, who's right now looking like a main event star and about to have a great match with Bandito at Revolution. WWE gets Danhausen. This is like the Lakers getting Luka.
Damn. Oh.
This is really like the Lakers.
They're all saying this is like the Hawks getting Kristaps Porzingis.
Exactly.
I know
All
y'all
right.
are hating.
Before
I know.
I have Necro,
Let me hold on, guys.
Holiday going back and forth.
hang on, let KB
All right.
finish his thought.
I got you. Let me drive this home for Blackheart right quick. This is like saying the Boston Celtics are going to trade for Victor Wembanyama. In exchange, y'all just going to give him what the lowest guy on your bench.
I know y'all ain't hating Danhausen in front of me.
I'm offended when people dismiss me as a hater. I don't like that term.
I know y'all ain't fucking playing hating in
Hang
front of me.
on.
I'm the only one not saying nothing right now, so I'm waiting for him to
Good,
say
Gunner.
something.
It's all right.
I'm giving him mouth shut right now.
It's like
Hang on.
It's an equivalent of a basketball trade.
Either way. All right. I'm going to need y'all.
We'll have KB coming back momentarily.
Yeah, I think something happened with KB's wife, but
okay, but before Nick, I give you your.
I told y'all that he was going to come. I'm like, because what gimmick is going to be able to fit in that box to make it believable that guy is coming?
So KB's prediction,
but it wasn't. So I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna do something different with them. But Danhausen, the moment when he posted that genie handcuff being free, I was like, oh no, he's leaving. He's gone. He's gone. He's definitely in that motherfucking box.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say to everybody. Here's what I'm gonna say to everybody before I give Nick this, as it pertains to LA Knight. KB, I will take one piece of your prediction and say that it's wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. Brock Lesnar must get stepped up to by Oba fucking Femi.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you. It has to be done. And let me tell you why. That young man is going to shock everybody. I'll shit if they end up making it be, I don't know, Royce Keys, because where the fuck is he since the Rumble?
Main event. He's doing main event dark matches.
Okay, there's that.
Sad.
Yeah, but you want to get him fresh. I get that. Now,
you want to get him TV, real TV ready.
Correct. Okay. Now, as it pertains to facing Brock, it has to be the ruler from NXT. You don't have any other choice. Oba is the only motherfucker on this roster that isn't in something major that could step to him. The only other option, and I hate saying it because I know for this particular name, all roads are going to lead to Randy Orton at some point, Gunther. Tell me where the fuck in my logic I'm wrong right now. Because that's the only way you can book it.
I think we should get that.
Hold up.
Oba isn't something important. I said Oba isn't something important right now. He's fighting the Miz. I can't say that with a straight face.
Neither can I. I'll leave it at that. Now,
Miz, baby.
Somebody wants to get something off his chest concerning last night, and I'm going to let him do it before the boss man takes his big ass knock it out of the park swing on behalf of the Sox.
Give it to me.
Mr. Nekro.
I'm going to need the spotlight, my boy. Thank you very much. I'm going to start this rant by saying something nice. Mind you, I said nice, and it's not a compliment. It's just something nice. This was the best pay-per-view that they've done in a long time. That doesn't mean it was great. It was just predictable, and it wasn't absolute garbage like the one before it, or the one before that, or the one before that, or the one before that. Number one. Number two, the fact that I went 3-3-1 with my predictions last night just goes to show, and I even said this in our fucking group chat last night, they're going the safe option because they know the ticket sales for Las Vegas are shit. They know the ticket sales for Saudi are shit. So they're like, what are we going to do? Let's pick the safest options. Let's go with the safest bets. And you know what? Cody was my number one pick for the safest option, but you really think he's not going to be there? I agree with what KB said. Maybe not the fatal four-way, but he'll still be there. Number one. Number two, Randy Orton was my second when it comes to safest picks because who's going to sell tickets? Randy Orton. Of course he's going to sell tickets. Duh. That's not the important part here. all the wrestlers that went out there, they did their thing. LA Knight, I don't know what happened there, bro. I give you the pass. It's okay. Now we're getting to the real fucking nitty gritty and shit that I really wanted to fucking talk about when it comes to this shit, because I'm so tired of these fucking WWE fucking casuals. These fucking, you know what? I had this discussion with Eric not too long ago. WWE fans are not wrestling fans. They don't like wrestling. They like WWE, and the best part about it is the same WWE fans that only like WWE love to fucking talk shit about.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Before we even get into it, number one, Danhausen, you're fucking cursed. Danhausen, you're fucking cursed. Danhausen, you're... Thank you. Oh, wait, we're not done yet. Danhausen, you're fucking cursed. Danhausen, you're fucking cursed. You fucking WWE casuals wouldn't even know what Ring of Honor is if they fucking hung it in front of you. You probably think Ring of Honor is what you call your fucking cock ring. You fucking WWE casuals don't deserve. You don't fucking deserve Danhausen. Yeah, he's probably going to be...
44, that's me! Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts.
They're probably going to use him as a fucking mid-carder, and you guys are going to fucking boo him because you don't see the fucking vision. You know what? When an old, decrepit motherfucker who doesn't like goofy shit like Jim Cornette, who hates the goofy side of wrestling, even when he says he likes Danhausen, you know you're fucking wrong. All you motherfuckers that booed him, all you fucking WWE fucking bootlickers that fucking booed him, go fuck yourselves. Go watch his Ring of Honor highlights. Go watch his indie wrestling highlights. Hell, don't judge him based on his AEW run, because they didn't even fucking use him. He showed up maybe a handful of fucking times. Get out of here. Get out of here. Danhausen forever, and all you fucking haters, you're cursed. Curse them. I'm done. That's all I had to say.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Danhausen cursed the Vision already.
Good.
I'm pretty sure they cursed the Vision by now.
I ain't got no words for that. Jeez.
Hang on. With that being said, it's time. Blackheart, take it home, baby.
Shit. I can't talk Necros. Fuck that. I mean, you might have to skip me. I mean, I guess I'll say if it does two shits to the torchy flush for him, but for me, I mean, I'll be modest with people. I'll be right in the middle, split 50-50. I'll give it a decent C. C flat. Yes, half of the fucking predictability, but the other half was, I didn't expect Randy to actually win that. AJ, you already know what the hell this is probably going to lead up to. A retirement match at WrestleMania, and then take the bow. Probably be the best bet. Y'all said something about Femi and Brock Lesnar. That more likely is happening. So I'm just looking forward to one of these Monday Night Raws where it's going to be finally official and shit. The women's chamber match is only because of Bianca Belair not being there, folks. That's the only reason why that y'all got Rhea Ripley. Come on, you know it's supposed to be Bianca in that scenario right there to go after Jade to get her title back. So I digress. But we all know CM Punk. But okay, I know some people will feel like, Finn shouldn't be in the world. Yes, the fuck he does. The only thing y'all had to do was just do a DQ fucking finish. That's it. So there was no still decisive winner. Finn is still trying to get his fucking thing in. He goes after both Punk and Roman to try to piss them both off so that both of them wants him, and that includes them into the make it to a triple threat. But I'm still going to say this shit out loud. Even though I know he is going to be involved in it, it still should have been Jacob Fatu in the Elimination Chamber match. And honestly, he still could have lost, or he still could have got screwed over too, and then you still saved him to incorporate that into the Fatal 4. Thank you, KB, for actually bringing that up, because I actually did say that last night as well. And I think the Danhausen move was actually pretty good because no one was expecting that. I saw it coming, but how the audience and how Nekro had just said, these audience is not real wrestling fans. And you can tell from based on the companies that you watch, from the New Japans, the AEWs, the TNAs, the GCWs, all these companies, you can tell who are the real wrestling fans, where are the core audiences are. That's why you see AEW always doing these match cards every week, because that's for the wrestling fan, the true diehard wrestling fan. Like we all say, if you want to go to watch stories, you go to watch WWE. You want real action, you go to AEW. You want So like spectacular long matches and shit. New Japan. You want to see upcoming people and shit like that? TNA. There's always some different shit for like the different types of fans. So the fans just gotta get warmed up to Danhausen. I think he'll be nice because for entertainment wise, he's perfect for WWE. He wasn't perfect for AEW because
I agree.
WWE was all about wrestling. If you can't display your wrestling skills in the ring and actually give him the time to do it, and you're just a gimmick character, you're fucked. Period.
Yeah.
But when you go to the WWE, however, they can use your gimmick and they can flip it. Shit, imagine Danhausen and R-Truth now doing skits.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh my god.
That's how people are going to start loving him. When he started coordinating, going back and forth with R-Truth. I swear to God. And y'all gonna and we're gonna be right back here a few weeks later to be like, wow, you see that Danhausen now? And we're
Do you think I have a question for Boss Man.
Sugar Damas, sorry.
Do you think we're gonna see R-Truth in Danhausen paint?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh god, come on, that's a given.
We're about to get Truth.
And that gives them two something to do.
We're gonna get Truthhausen before the summer.
Yeah, Truthhausen.
Truthhausen, yes.
Perfect.
Hashtag.
Hey, WWE want our cut for this idea, you know that? So yeah, we want our cut.
I think the whole Danhausen situation, it's like Shiz said and like Nick said, I think the casuals of the WWE universe just need to warm up to him. Because I said in our group chat, now that he's in WWE, the merch money that this man's about to freaking make, whether it's t-shirts, face paint, action figures, the Funko Pops, if they still make Funko Pops next year, like Danhausen's about to be one of those top sellers.
No way.
Hey, you know he's going to be in 2K26. He has.
Oh yeah,
he's going to be.
Absolutely, he's going to be one of the last drop.
Don't make it
special. This is all a marketing strategy.
Y'all saw how fast they added Penta, right? Like right when he was in there, like our next DLC is going to be Penta, so it's probably going to be like that.
Hang on, guys. Breaking. Dave Meltzer weighs in on Danhausen coming to WWE, comparing him to the gobbledygooker.
Yeah, first of all,
don't even get me started on Meltzer. I
never respected that man's opinion to begin with. You think I give a fuck that he said the gobbledygooker? Dude, his whole career is the gobbledygooker. He pays attention and watches wrestling for a living and then fucking types it on a fucking computer. You know what? I know we're sitting here talking about it on a podcast, but you know what? I have an actual life out here and I have 3 fucking jobs. This motherfucker takes a pen and a pad, looks down and has, you know what? Actually, even better. I heard the last fucking couple years, he doesn't even watch the wrestling. He sits there while 2 other motherfuckers tell him what's happening and he types on a fucking computer. He doesn't fucking know shit. He never knew shit. And the only fucking the fact that he said Kurt Angle never had a 5-star match is all I ever needed to know about Dave Meltzer. Period. Fuck him. He's the gobbledygooker of wrestling fucking journalism.
That's a KO.
Knockout, bitch.
Burn.
That's a KO, bro.
Okay. So with that being said, we can all agree last night. Well, Doopy, this one's for you. And wash your hands.
Before we move on, I have one request to the WWE for next year's Elimination Chamber. Just one request.
You want to be in it?
No, fucking lock the doors faster. The fact that this shit happened with Seth Rollins 2 years in a row is crazy.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to sign me up for next year's chamber match. I'll do it.
Do it. Gunner for Mania 27.
27. Get it trending, ladies and gentlemen.
But wait, if you win, right? If you win and you have a Mania match, are you going to go to Saudi Arabia? You down for that?
That way.
Okay, Grant.
Politics aside, I got no problem going to Saudi Arabia to perform for Crown Jewel.
Meltzer can suck everyone's dick.
Yes.
And that's all I got to say. But folks,
he's a clown.
We've gotten a lot of stuff talked about. We got a second half of the show, so get your libations, your weed, your snacks, because we have something to celebrate before we get into the rest of the show. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. You ain't gonna want to miss this. See you after the break.
Come on, Jacob. Calling Gordon. Calling Captain James Gordon.
TV from other dimensions has a somewhat looser feel to it. Yeah, it's got an almost improvisational tone.
Waited for luck, it never landed. Nah, stuck on your block forever.
Well, we are back, and
how are you just gonna cut off a damn promo? That's disgusting.
Dude, you only uploaded 3 minutes and some odd seconds of that. It's not a full commercial.
Yes, it was. Was it?
Jesus Christ! I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about something right now. Triple H has led ever since Triple H has been on the main roster creatively. We have been led to believe that mediocrity is excellence.
Oh, I probably deleted yours by accident. Oh.
All right. Well, before we get underway, we gotta give a special shout out here to a new champion, Gunner. Congrats to you in Camo Country. I think it's time you said a few words. Center stage, brother.
Well, it was a Camel Country, but Vern Vical and I are now the new LPW Tag Team Champions as of Friday night. We went toe-to-toe with one legend in TNA, Mr. Chase Stevens, and one of the best here in New England, and I'm proud to say one of my coaches, Mr. Donovan Dijak. We went to a good 18-minute war. And yeah, your boys, the most unlikely tag team in LPW history, the Juggalo and the Redneck, walked away with the gold, brother.
Well,
you see, we're flipping the hell out of Dijak.
Damn. Well,
here we go. Get a nice little close up on that title for you guys.
Congratulations.
Very big congratulations, brother. Well done.
I said it online, bro. To hold this title and to represent Lucky Pro, this is a company that I've been calling home for quite a long time, long before I was active professional wrestler. So to hold a piece of their championship, to carry their legacy is a huge honor for me. So big shout out to Chris and Jim for giving me the opportunity and giving me a place that I can call home.
All right. Before we continue, I do want to take a moment. This was just brought to my attention on a personal note. Mutual friend of mine 3 years ago passed away as a firefighter. Today would be his 3-year anniversary. So, buddy, if you're up there, miss you, man. Brother from another mother. You don't get many of them. We'll see you again. But that's all I got to say. Gunner, like I've said earlier, congratulations, Lucky Pro. You got a hell of a talent there for you. I look forward to seeing what you do, Gunner, when you hit your debut with Supernova in less than 2 weeks' time.
Bro, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, man. 2 weeks can't come sooner.
That's right.
This was the start of this year. 2 weeks from now, we're going to continue the momentum.
Well, I look forward to seeing where you go. But because we're on this theme of tag teams today, you know, last week after our interview, a thought crossed my mind. And it was a particular match. I'm a fan of tag teams. Some of the GOATs, Legion of Doom, the Rockers, DX, Harlem Heat, the Horsemen, the Freebirds, and I could go on. But there was one.
Steiner Brothers.
Who?
The Steiner Brothers.
I was just going to go to them. But there are so many. The Dudleys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian. There was one in particular match that came to my mind. And it was 10 years ago, Toronto, NXT TakeOver. In 2 out of 3 falls, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa DIY challenging Dax and Cash FTR, then known as the Revival, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. And this week, we're going to go into TakeOver Toronto 2016. Now, we're going to go back. FTR, aka the Revival, had won the NXT Tag Championships on an episode of NXT on the WWE Network in late 2015, beating the Vaudevillains. They would end up losing to American Alpha at TakeOver Dallas in early 2016 and regain them in June of that year. DIY would begin their chase for it, but would lose it during the course of the summer against the Revival. Then, when they regained a shot at Dash and Cass, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, the Revival decided to up the ante against DIY and challenge them to a rematch in Toronto for TakeOver in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. The Revival would pick up the first victory, hitting the Shatter Machine. DIY would pick up the second fall with, let's just say, a unique little roll-up scenario. But it was the third fall that had fans in the arena on their feet when Ciampa and Gargano had both Dash and Dax and Cash simultaneously in submission holds to cause both of them to tap, and we would see Ciampa and Gargano become new tag team champions. FTR would have 2 separate reigns. Their first was 142 days, and their second was 164. For a combined 306 days between their 2 times as champion. Unfortunately, for DIY, at TakeOver San Antonio, 70 days to the day they beat the Revival, the authors of Pain, well, Hakeem and Razor, we know how badass they were. They basically made them their bitch in that one. But it also helped launch the greatest rivalry between Ciampa and Gargano. To me, this match, I thought, stood out for 3 things. The way you got the Revival, not 1, but 2 different title reigns, but on top of it, you had story with Alpha Academy, story with DIY. You began to build the seeds for them to get to the main roster, to end up doing things, even though I do not want to remember Usi Hot. I will leave it at that. I can see KB right now going, no.
I forgot about that.
Yep. You're not supposed to pour water on your little oos. You're supposed to drink it. I will leave it at that.
Oh, God. I forgot about that. That's awesome.
Second, it put Gargano and Ciampa in the spotlight to see if they could handle it. And that would help mold them into becoming both NXT and North American champion respectfully. As for the Revival, aka FTR, after they, and I think everyone will agree, they had the shit stain that is Vince McMahon's booking on them. We all know what happened during the pandemic. They went to AEW, and the rest, as they say, is history, which includes a 1-year great motherfucking story that was told between FTR and the Briscoes. Jay, I know you left us on my birthday 4 years ago. I wish you were fucking here because I know you'd be with your brother in AEW, fucking shit up, calling it on the mic as you saw it, and fans would be loving you like they always did. Okay? This match took these 4 men that were already here and it put them higher. Now, mind you, Vince shit the bed in the booking, but their talent alone had you going, oh shit, we can't miss this. To me, at TakeOver Toronto, that was, I forget the main event, but that for me was the match of the night because of what these 4 men did. These 4 men got in there and told a hell of an amazing story. And the fact that it concluded with Dax and Cash tapping out simultaneously, I'm like, yep, thank you. The only other thing that made me happy would be a couple of years later in Brooklyn, again, where we saw, at the time, a vacant NXT title, and it was between the baby Adam Cole and Gargano shocking the whole fucking planet. Overall, this match set the tone for what these 4 men would go on to do. Now, mind you, Ciampa's now in AEW. Sooner or later, I'm anticipating Gargano and the missus may or may not follow. We remain to be seen. But this put these guys on everybody's radar because if we all remember, fuck the Revival. I think we all know who I'm talking about started that. And it also led to what we would eventually get. The Bucks, FTR. We're getting it again. And we know these four men know what to do. They will fucking show up. So, Gunner, I'm going to ask you, because you are in a tag, what did you think about this particular match? What stood out? Have at it, good sir.
So this is a match that I've had to watch, not recently, but very recently, because at the time I wasn't watching NXT. Shoot me dead. I know that was during the black and gold era. I know I missed out, but you got a match where you had two of the most influential tag teams of that period of NXT with DIY and freaking the Revival. Just the fact that they, like you said, it was the start of a lot of things for the future. Dude, I should have watched it back again just to refresh more of my memory, because I'm just going off of what I remember.
All good.
That match was, I can't put it into more high regards as somebody that's now being more of a tag team based wrestler as much as the singles. It's something that I've had to study for some of my matches and see how we can work a 2 out of 3 falls match like that. I wish I could have a better answer for you, but like I said, I'm kind of grinding the gears on this. But yeah, man, the start of what they did to lead on to the future, this match is super important because of how they were able to get their goings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. KB, if you're there, you want to go next, or Nekro? KB?
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Man, just the days of NXT Black and Gold, man. What a time to be alive, huh? What a time to be a wrestling fan. And that match that you're talking about, DIY, the Revival, that match was just pure tag team excellence. The storytelling that went into this match, DIY trying to get over the hump and trying to finally capture the NXT Tag Team Championships, that was a moment that really defined what NXT Black and Gold was. And on top of that, you asked what the main event was of that show. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Samoa Joe. Need I say more?
Yep.
And damn, it's just seeing the Revival FTR for what they were back then 10 years ago to where they are now. Do you guys realize that FTR is probably one of the most decorated tag teams of the past 20 years? They have captured tag team championships from every major wrestling promotion with letters that matter. WWE, NXT, AEW, NJPW. I think they captured the AAA tag titles, I think. I'm not sure.
We would have to.
Yeah, they did that fraud gimmick thing.
Yes, thank you. They did capture AAA Tag Team Championships.
Yep.
Point is, it wouldn't surprise me if within the next 2 to 3 years we could see them running back. I mean, if Johnny Gargano gets off the Titanic and swims to the refuge of Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, KB, but maybe because I consider them one of the big letters to me, even though I know they're technically indies. Pre-AEW purchase, I believe they were also Ring of Honor tag champs.
Yes, they were.
No,
I believe
they did. They beat
Ciampa might have been, but I don't know about Gargano. FTR wasn't until after the purchase.
Okay.
Still, they did win the Ring of Honor tag titles. They did beat the Briscoes for those titles, and it's just the way they booked tag team wrestling at the time is just. Think about it. You had DIY, the Revival, American Alpha. You had the Vaughn Villains who were still down there for a little bit, I think.
They were.
And you had the rise of the Authors of Pain. That tag team division was stacked. You couldn't tell them nothing when it came to tag team wrestling.
Can we just say how bad it is that they messed up the AOP once they came to the main roster? I know this is a whole nother conversation, but that was just a tag team that should be making numbers right now. You barely hear anything about them.
I mean, once they took away Paul Ellering from the overall package, it kind of went to shit. And the Revival, my God, when y'all got to the main roster, what Vince did to y'all was borderline is creative, what I call creative criminal.
AKA Uzi Hot.
There is no reason why the Revival in WWE terms should not be looked at as one of the greatest tag teams of this generation when it comes to WWE. There's no reason. But yet they look at it as a joke.
But where do they fall between the New Day and the Usos?
I would put.
Who said they weren't in the conversation?
No, I'm asking you personally. Where do you think they fall between them?
Are we talking right now or back then?
All encompassing. You can give me both, but all encompassing.
Right now, I put FTR above the New Day.
Ooh,
I would still.
But below the Usos.
Ooh,
if I'm taking into account everything they've done outside of WWE as well as what they've done, I kind of have to put FTR like right in between Usos and New Day. They're right there.
So I was gonna say, I mean, I'm not the craziest Uso guy, but they had the longest tag title reign ever, I think.
That's why I put the Usos slightly above FTR. If we're going over top 5 best tag teams of the past 10 years, this is just my list personally. I put the Briscoes, I got the Revival or FTR, I got the Usos, I got New Day, and out of respect, I got to put the Motor City Machine Guns at 5.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is the past 10 years.
I can't argue that. I cannot argue that one.
I think I would have to put the Young Bucks in there, but I can't argue with your list.
Damn, I forgot about the Young Bucks. I have to put the Bucks at 5. I gotta put the Bucks in my top 5. If I have to,
I would have swapped the Motor Cities for Young Bucks, but even the Motor Cities.
I hate the Bucks, but even I gotta put them in there. I hate the Bucks.
When you think, like them or hate them, when you think about the resume, when they put the resume on the table, it's hard to ignore.
I mean, it doesn't hurt when you're like AVP of a company, but it's all right.
The Young Bucks might go down as the best tag team to never go to WWE.
This is true. Nekro, your thoughts?
Well, that match in and of itself kind of proves something to me. Well, first of all, let's harken back to the long, long time ago, the before times when we had NXT Black and Gold, the good era.
What times?
I miss it every day. But that match in and of itself kind of proved some things to me that WWE has kind of always had this problem. Maybe not so much in the 90s when we had like Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys, but definitely in the 2000s through the 2010s, tag team wrestling was kind of just a commodity. No one really gave a fuck. They never really posted it up as something worth watching. This match in and of itself shows that it isn't the wrestling itself. It isn't the tag team format. It isn't anything like that. It's the WWE structure and the booking of it. Because this was such a barn burner of a tag match that I'm surprised it didn't make tag wrestling more prominent on the main roster. It's undeniable that, especially in the NXT Black and Gold era, that when it came to tag team wrestling, there was no better than the Revival and excuse me, and Gargano, and it was just untouchable, completely untouchable. It's matches like that. It's matches like Shinsuke versus Sammy. It's matches like Shinsuke versus Samoa Joe that make me just wish we never left that era. It really does.
I do agree with all of you on this. I think what we have is Vince, being who he is, shitting the bed when he didn't realize what made them so special. All right, I'll say this for what it is.
Eric, I don't mean to cut you off, man, but we almost forgot one thing that happened in Toronto, man.
What was that?
NXT became glorious.
That's right. We did get our glorious moment. No doubt about it. Unfortunately, Bobby Roode had to step away due to neck problems. But again, right now, KB's logic in terms of top teams, you just fucking can't argue it. there's no arguing. I think the one thing is 2 teams on that list have never been to WWE.
True.
Briscoes, Bucks. And they'll both go down as the greatest.
I feel like the
Because
Bucks
they
would
did
pay
it.
their way, though.
They did it in a different way. And that's what makes them even more of a, oh, holy shit. In my honest opinion, I wouldn't mind a crossover one-off. But if the boss is still here, I want to hear his take on this particular match. Blackheart, what did you think about this match when it happened? If he's still available. Don't know.
Probably had to go to a bathroom break.
Hey, no big deal. I will say this before we get to the part of the show that everybody enjoys. This tag team match rewrote tag team wrestling. Tell me I'm wrong.
It laid out the blueprint for what good tag team wrestling should be, and you've seen a lot of tag teams since this match have tried to follow that same blueprint.
It did, because here's what happened. You also set the fucking tone. You did something magnificent. You rewrote the playbook. It was already beginning to be rewritten. And then guess what? You want to know what else you did? You turned around and proceeded. And this is the part that makes me smile every fucking chance I get. It caused, and here's how it started. It started with the Bucks and Briscoes and what they were doing where they were, and it forced WWE and developmental to go, oh fuck, our tag team division is shot. What the fuck do we do? I mean, yeah, Vince shit the bed, but it made him go, fuck.
Well, Eric, this is before we get to the next topic. Just want to, this is for all you gentlemen. Please ask yourself one question. In the past 10 years, have you seen a tag team match in WWE on the main roster that has come close to what DIY and the Revival did in Toronto?
Nope. I have yet to see it.
Not that I can think of right now.
I know.
Give me till next week. I'll think about
it. Right. Okay. Now, I know, and you all know, that we are now at the part of the program that we all love. It's time, once again, to find out what grinds Eric's gears. And I'm going to take the center spotlight to kick us off. So, you want to know what grinds my gears? What grinds my gears is when fans don't know how to get a fucking life of their own and stock their favorite wrestlers and end up causing them to potentially even quit their real life careers. What grinds my gears is the over-predictability that Triple H is using from the man off of Temu who needs to, I'm thanking God, shave that fucking 70s looking porno mustache when he sold WWE. God damn, I hate that motherfucking thing. I'll say it to the day I croak. What also grinds my gears is they took a top talent like Jade Cargill, who was basically the female Goldberg in AEW, and had such a bad I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know whether it was a monkey trying to mate with a football or a belt or a hunter going, this is such good shit. Just like his daddy-in-law. What really grinds my gears the most is that guys like Dave Meltzer still think they're relevant. What also grinds my gears is the fact that James E. Cornette has not gotten to live his dream to piss all over Vince Russo's grave. This is getting to be bullshit. And yes, if Mr. Cornette sees this, newsflash, I have roasted your ass, and it was rightfully so. You earned it. You fucking had it coming, whether you liked it or not. Oh, one more thing that grinds my gears. The hypocrisy in WWE, whether it's real or storytelling. Prime example, Seth and Becky posing naked with the belts on them. CM Punk does the same thing, and oh my God, get the fuck out of here. Now, as it pertains to certain things of AEW, we are hitting a little bit of a fatigue. Not in a bad way, just creatively. And that happens. We all know this. Tony, step your game up. The talent's stepping up. Step your game up a little bit. Give us some fresh faces. I'd like to see Miss Red Velvet on TV again. I digress. The fact that we got to see a bald-headed Wheeler Yuta. Loved it. But what's grinding my gears is, Tony, you got to play with some of the fresh toys in ROH a little more. Yes, you have Donna Purrazzo as pure champion. Bring her on to TV. Athena. You had her on after All In last summer, and then she went back there. You've got to do something to freshen some shit up. I'm not saying that you're doing, what you were doing shortly after Punk got let go, and you shit the bed because the wrestling gods went, okay, time to pay some penance. You fucked up. You paid it and moved on. But guess what? What's grinding my gears is you got enough toys in your fucking arsenal. Start using them. Take some talent that's on your AEW roster, put them in ROH, make fans miss them for a while, then bring them back. Need to start doing that. Sky Blue, overdue for a championship. I think she's put in some work. Don't believe me? Ask Kyle Fletcher. He'll tell you. Okay? Also, tag team. Bucks, FTR, Muff said, I look forward to it. I'm only going to say this. I would have waited a full calendar year before we did another Texas Death. With all due respect to the Hangman. How much more buckets of blood do we fucking need? Although I will admit, it is going to be fun to watch Maxwell be made the ring's bitch. If we thought him and Punk in dog collar was violent, Max, unless Swerve or somebody else interferes to help you win, you are FUCKED no lube. To your wife, make sure you have the iodine cotton balls and some chicken soup. Yo hubby gonna fucking need it. Oh, and Nick, I know you'll love me for this. To those who slept on Danhausen, give it time, but more importantly, I know you're gonna get mad. Wrong fucking goddamn city to do it. Wrong time. You should have teased the fucking thing last night and then made it to the night after WrestleMania. Here's why. Element of surprise. But more importantly, you wouldn't have got the mixed reaction. Because fans did not know how to react. Some were cool. I heard one fan in the clip go back to AEW. I'm like, what the fuck? So
Chicago is ruthless when it comes to being wrestling fans.
This is true. Now, we're going to go around the horn and get everybody's gears. Bitch, baby. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The boss is laughing. Baby, you're going to be up after this. Boss, I'm handing it to you.
No,
whoever
that kid said, go back to AEW. Whoever the fuck that was, I need to see that on Botchamania. So Botchamania, fucking promo Joe, whoever got that clip, I need to see that. I need to see that.
Just damn.
Oh my god. No, he's right though. Chicago fans are ruthless.
This is true. So have at it, brother.
I don't know what really grinds my gears in this shit. I guess just pick and choose wisely about debuting these people. I guess not just when we had got them. I guess, but no. Matter of fact, don't do it in a stupid way like that. I guess if you're gonna do it in the box, like do it in the casket, some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I don't know. Like
if you do it in the box, it'll be over.
I get. Oh yeah, wait a minute. The box gets over. Who that reminds you of? Vince Russo. Who that reminds you of? Jim Cornette when he said, "Oh my God, you mean to tell me that this man is going to say you're going to put this man in the box or lift off the box and make a debut? Like the crowd is really going to go for that? History is repeating itself."
Hold up, really quick.
Hang on.
No. I want to say something to what he said about the casket. First of all, he's such a goofy character that it would make sense that they would ship him in a crate. But if you remember when they opened the crate, there was a casket inside the crate. The man came out of a casket inside the crate. He's goofy. If you think about it, if they sent Chris Jericho in a fucking crate, if they sent anyone other than a goofy character in a fucking crate, it would make me think, this motherfucker really sat in a crate for 3 weeks? But no, you put the undead, goofy, fucking, very evil, very nice guy in a crate. That makes fucking sense to me. Of course that fucking weirdo is going to sit in a crate for 3 weeks. It makes sense to me.
Made sense to me.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
KB?
But I guess it's just the kid that just go back to AEW is what got me.
That was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie.
We're going to have you taking the center stage for what grinds your gears, kind sir. Have at it.
Thank you, Eric. You know what really grinds my gears? WWE Creative. This is WrestleMania season. This is supposed to be where you're supposed to be putting your best foot forward every week to get every wrestling fan, whether it be casual or hardcore wrestling fans, involved and emotionally invested in what you have coming up at WrestleMania. Ever since the Royal Rumble, you haven't made anybody, and that includes casuals and hardcore fans, none of us are emotionally invested in WrestleMania. Maybe some people are invested in Roman Reigns and CM Punk because of that Chef Kiss promo they did. What was it? I think it was the night after the Rumble, or the Raw after Rumble, or something like that.
I believe it's the Raw after the Rumble.
Yeah, thank you. The Raw after Rumble. After that, nobody's emotionally invested in what you're doing at WrestleMania, and that's on you, Paul. You know what else really grinds my gears is that Paul Levesque, you're taking advice from your father-in-law's right-hand man in creative. Hi, Bruce. How you doing this morning? You're taking advice.
Yeah.
You're taking advice from Bruce Pritchard. He's your father-in-law's right-hand man, but that's not a good thing.
Fire that man.
Why? And then you
wow.
And then you're putting you got your best friend Brian James. Hi, Road Dogg. How you doing? Road Dogg is part of creative, and look what he's doing with SmackDown. Come on, Paul. You had your own creative team in NXT. What is the problem with using the black and gold creative team on the main roster to help you navigate these creative waters? Because right now, and I'm being honest with you, sir, you are doing a worse job, or not say a worse job, but you're getting right up there with your father-in-law. That's not company that you want to be in. We know you can do better. We've seen you do better. It's like you don't want to. It's like you've let that TKO money go right to your head. You're like, well, I'm getting paid millions of dollars from TKO for doing next to nothing. So who cares what I put on television? I mean, it's become hard to sit through Monday Night Raw and SmackDown every week. Now, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this. There was a time where I felt Monday Night Raw was the cure for insomnia. Literally, I couldn't get through Monday night, the first 2 hours of Monday Night Raw without falling asleep, and that's the part where I'm getting to right now. it's one thing when it happens throughout the year, but it's a whole nother thing when it happens during WrestleMania season. That tells me you and your creative team is going week by week. You don't have anything mapped out as far as the road to WrestleMania is concerned. You got 7 weeks to make people care about WrestleMania, and people are losing faith in you week by week. That's not a good thing. Do better, and that's what really grinds my gears. Eric?
Yeah, before we continue, I was in the club the other day and I thought about this, and well, you knew that was coming. But KB, I do concur with you. Mr. Nekro, what grinds your gears? Gunner, we're saving the best for last, brother. But Nick, tell the folks at home, other than what you ranted on earlier, have at it.
Well, a lot of the homies already said a lot of things that I already had in mind. But I did have something in mind from earlier this week. It did change my mind last night, considering all you little fucking losers, how you reacted to my boy Danhausen. But I kind of let that one off already. So we're going to move on from that. I do want to piggyback on from what KB said. Again, this wasn't what I was going to bring up. Oh, I'm sorry. I know how much Eric likes this, so I'm just going to really quick. Hey, Lois, you know what really grinds my gears? First of all,
Great Peter impression.
Thank you. Fire Bruce Pritchard. I've been saying that almost every Grind My Gear segment since the beginning of time.
Crowd wants to say thank you. Continue.
Fire Pritchard. But I messaged the group chat earlier this week because I know sometimes we skip Grind My Gears. Sometimes we have long segments. Sometimes we have
never skip Grind My Gears.
When we have a long segment or we have something more pressing, we have skipped Grind My Gears before. Don't lie to me. You even said it in chat. So I was so pissed off about this whole thing that I had to double check to make sure that we were doing a Grind My Gears this week. Do you know what really grinds my gears?
You didn't say it right.
2K. You know what really grinds my gears? 2K Entertainment. You're telling me, right? There is 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different versions of 2K coming out for WWE. All with ridiculous price points. We'll start with the bare minimum beginning one. If you pre-order the base version for $70 before tax, you get a Joe Hendry pack.
Which system?
Cool. All systems, every single one of them and PC. You get the Joe Hendry pack, and you get 2K25, which honestly, that's cool for me because I skipped last year because I was sick of it. But what are you really getting from the people that buy this every year? They're not getting anything. All right, that's cool. That's the base game. Now let's go on to the next price point. The King of Kings pack, because if CM Punk is getting the cover, Triple H got to put his ball sack right here on his forehead and say, "I'm still the man." So for $100, you get the King of King pack, which gives you the ringside pass for 1 season, which I don't really like the online mode, so go fuck yourself. Number 1, you get the Joe Hendry pack. You get everything from the first edition. But you know what you get for the extra $20 or $30? What do you get? You get Triple H 02 skin. Or 98 skin, and you get Stephanie McMahon 2002 skin. That's really worth the $30, isn't it? Now, fuck it. Let's move on to the next price point. $120 or $130. I'm sorry, $130. $130 for the Attitude Era pack. What does this come with? All the shit from before that I already mentioned. I have to pay $130. People have been begging for this one particular skin. It's not even an added character. It's just a skin for the character. You get a Rock skin, you get a Stone Cold skin, but here's the one that I've been praying for, and I'm not paying $130 just to get. Kane 98. Kane 1998 hasn't been in the game and has been made in Creation Suite by other people the entire run of 2K. So for me to finally get it, I have to give you $130 fucking dollars
plus tax.
And now let's go on to the last one, the most egregious one I've ever fucking seen. $150 for the Monday Night War pack, which comes with a Hulk Hogan skin. I don't give a fuck. It comes with a bunch of retro skins that should have already been in the game to begin with.
No, Nick, sorry about that. It's 170. I looked it up right now. It's 170.
plus tax.
It's 170. The Attitude Era pack is 170. I'm looking at it right now.
Excuse me?
Plus tax.
Excuse me? Where the
Literally, it's 170 bucks.
You can't forget the taxes.
You, bro, and the best thing that comes with that is you get early access to this year's WrestleMania set instead of waiting till 2K27 to use it.
Plus
That's it. You get some skins. Oh, and I'm sorry. The ringside pass for 6 seasons, whatever the fuck. You know what? Actually, really quick before I even continue with this, there's one thing from 2K that I begged for years, and they gave it to us.
Get his
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it quick.
Let him do his thing.
This has been pissing me off forever because they gave it to us and then they took it away. So for years, and anyone that has played 2K basketball can concur with me. For years, 2K basketball, like they had this whole fucking city where you can ride scooters, you can fucking throw a football, you could do all this excess shit. And I've been begging for years. I was like, hey, if I could just walk backstage, that's all. I just want to walk backstage. And they gave that to us kinda in a story mode that they had in one of the 2Ks. That wasn't what I wanted. I just wanted to be able to have an online world where I can go walk around and see other superstars that people created. That's all I wanted. They gave that to us in a story mode. Not really exactly what I wanted, but still kinda. Next year, nope. It was just you're backstage, but you're not moving. You could look to the left, go, oh, I could talk to that person. Look to the right, oh, I could talk to that person. Look all the way over there, go to my match. That's it. I couldn't even walk around it anymore. And that made me fed up. Then last year, and this is why I didn't buy last year, I asked for the backstage. I didn't ask for a whole fucking island. What the fuck, dude? I just wanted to walk back. Is there a... Hold on, I'm cleaning my glasses because maybe I can't see it. Is there a fucking wrestling island that I don't know about? What the fuck? If there is, let me know how much a fucking destination ticket is because I'll gladly go. But I just wanted to go backstage. 2K is ridiculous. The price gouging is ridiculous. I thought it was $250. I didn't even realize it was $270 plus tax. Go fuck yourself, 2K. I hope they lose the licensing in the next 5 years and it goes to anyone else. Fucking A.
Well, before we
I was gonna say something about that whole that whole island comment. You know that's a reference to Epstein Island, right?
Of course it is, but the crazy thing is, as crazy as the Temu fucking Walt Disney of a Temu motherfucker is, he wasn't even in the files. That man was crazy on his own and still wasn't in the files. Insane.
We'll leave it at that, guys, because the truth of the matter is, I think we can all agree. We know Seth Rollins wasn't in the Epstein files. We know John Moxley wasn't in them. We know Stone Cold wasn't in them.
Gentlemen, look at the world we live in. We got a world where 2K is too expensive, and WrestleMania tickets cost is pretty much a mortgage. My God,
literally.
Yeah. KB, before we give the center stage to Gunner, I got to say this for all your comments. This is for you.
That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Because 95 to 99% of the time, that man underneath has fucking been right. And now, for what really grinds his gears this week, Mr. Gunner Moody.
I gotta have to tag in with Nick's thing. Can we go back to WWE games where we didn't just games in general? Actually, can we stop doing the microtransaction bullshits? What happened to playing the video game and you had the easy to semi-challenging objectives to unlock the characters, and then you maybe had like those 2 or 3 skins that you had to go pay $5 for? Can we go back to that shit? Like, just in general, it doesn't have to be just 2K. It could be Call of Duty for all I care. It could be freaking the next remaster of The Last of Us. Can we get rid of microtransactions like that and stop spending $270 plus tax for the end-all be-all version of a video game? That's ridiculous. I better begin a goddamn statue with that. As far as like the Jade Cargill thing, bro, at WrestleMania with Rhea and Jade, I can go either way, but if we're gonna save Jade Cargill's title reign, she needs to get a shocking win over Rhea. I feel like that's the only way we can save her title reign right now. Otherwise, give it to Rhea, let mommy, have a title reign for a little bit until Bianca comes back, and then we can do the whole thing with her. Although she needs to come back as a heel, that's my opinion.
Okay.
I'll go in on that a little bit. I feel like Bianca got a little stale as a babyface with her last run. I think it's time for her to turn heel. I'm gonna defend Triple H a little bit. I mentioned this last week. He's got bosses to answer to with TK ever since the TK transition. So I can't really blame all the booking issues that we're having right now on Hunter. Yeah, you could probably blame it on Bruce and all that. Hi, Bruce. How you doing? But you got to also remember, he's got bosses higher up than him with TKO. So whatever they want to do with the booking, he's kind of have to go with it. Because, yeah, we saw what happened before TKO got involved. Hunter was doing amazing booking. We were all saying the new Renaissance era, the whole this, and then TK came in. I've been kind of against the TKO merger since the beginning, but I'll digress from that because I don't want to go on a rant with that.
That's what this segment's for. Feel free.
Yeah, but I'll be here for too long with that one, and I know we probably should be wrapping up soon, so I won't go too far with that one. What else is grinding my gears right now? I pretty much just covered everything that I feel like I need to tag on, but the biggest thing, I'm gonna agree with Nick, dude. The biggest, the crap with 2K. Yeah, we gotta fix that. I shouldn't have to be able to put a down payment on my car to own a freaking 2K game. That's ridiculous. And then WrestleMania is what it is. I'll never afford to go to WrestleMania. I can tell you that right now.
Well,
to piggyback off what Gunnar just said, just take me back to the days of SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, and SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. Take me back to the days of No Mercy, and I'll be happy.
Didn't like the older games, correct me if I'm wrong, if you didn't have those little challenges to get it, didn't you have to like work on the story more to earn in-game credits to be able to purchase? Like I think WrestleMania 21, the video game, you had to do something like that where if you lasted X amount of time in the Royal Rumble, you got like 5 million in-game credits to whatever to go buy Andre the Giant or some shit.
That's how it was in SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. In SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Once you get through season mode, they gave you a certain amount of skins and arenas and all this other good stuff.
Bro, you know how I know it's bad with now? I remember being a kid and I accidentally, I think it was SmackDown versus Raw 2007 on the PSP. I did a challenge without even thinking about it, and I got so hyped when I unlocked Jimmy Hart as a manager. Bro, like what?
Yeah, Daddy.
But I wanted to piggyback on something that my man Gunner said in the middle of his little rant there. I'm not the biggest Bianca Belair fan. I'll be real. I saw her at Mania win her first ever World Championship, and that was the height of my fandom for her when she beat Sasha Banks. But I feel like Bianca Belair has the opportunity to do something that's very, very rare for a babyface. Not saying turning heel is very rare for a babyface, but it's even something that I don't see someone who's as big of a babyface as Cody being able to do. I see her being able to do the very rare heel thing of being able to turn into a full-blown heel and still have the fan support, still have them love her as if she's a babyface. Not saying in a negative way, because I know how you hear it. Oh, a heel that's loved by that, it'll never work. It's very rare, but you get the likable heels. Like you look at Dom Mysterio. He's a likable heel. I have a feeling that Cody can't do that. For some reason, I can't picture in my head Cody going full heel and people not going full ride, full hating on him. But Bianca, she's so beloved. I could see her going full heel tactics and people going, she's justified. She's right. Kind of like how I was with the New Day. No offense to my man Big E. I love Big E. But they were kind of right when they said, hey, you've been on the panel for like the last year or so, and you haven't been in our corner. You could have just like been in our corner of our back. You didn't have to wrestle. You could have just been in the corner. And he was like, damn. So I kind of felt like they were justified, and I feel like Bianca could do the same thing, except the Nune didn't get the love that I think Bianca will get, if it makes sense. I think it's fine.
Okay. And I'm going to wrap this up with one more thing that grinds my gears. What grinds my gears is the fact that we have to pay an arm and a leg, our firstborn, and have to work the fucking street corner for WrestleMania tickets, let alone a video game. Okay? We're going to probably fucking get this before we get Grand Theft Auto 6.
See, I would argue with WrestleMania because WrestleMania is the end-all, be-all show, but it's different now because you can't even go to a SmackDown without paying as much as you just said.
Very true.
Well, you
like
know,
WrestleMania, okay, I could see the top of the stadium being a $500 ticket for WrestleMania, but I shouldn't be having to go to Boston for a SmackDown to spend the same amount for the same kind of ticket.
Gunnar, I'm in Houston right now. You know how much tickets are to go to Monday Night Raw on the road to WrestleMania?
No, I haven't checked.
It's gotta be a few grand.
Just to sit in the cheap seats in the 200 section is going at about $275.
Bro, kiss my balls.
Do you want to know how much it cost me to go to WrestleMania 40? And I mean the whole weekend. I'm talking SmackDown both nights and fucking Monday Night Raw and the Hall of Fame all together. $1,600. You know what you can get for $1,600 now?
One person?
For one person, but it was floor. But you know what you can get for $1,600 now?
No,
you can get a smack in the face.
No,
dude, with $1,600, I can take me and my girl to an AEW pay-per-view. We can sit ringside.
Chad Warden wipes his ass with $1,600.
All right. Now, overall, fellas, this was a heck of a good show. I loved every minute of it. Folks, it's another one in the books. And this thought just came to me. Next week, A Wrestler's Life. It's only fitting we talk about this man. The phenomenal one. AJ Styles.
The undisputed boss of the Bullet Club.
Damn straight.
Yes, sir.
Ben was the founder. AJ was the boss. Enough said.
Got a lot of love for that man.
Yeah, we all do.
Got a lot of love.
So KB, let the good people know what you up to, where to find you, and what you got going on coming up.
Well, first of all, Eric, I want to thank you for having me in the Asylum again this week. That's number one. Blackheart,
you're always welcome whenever you have something to say. You know that.
Blackheart, thank you again for allowing this to happen. If you want to find me on X at KBBrown72. You know where it is. I haven't done this in a while, but let me see if I still remember how to do this. Y'all know how to like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your baby mama, tell your baby daddy. Go tell your side chick. Ladies, go tell your side dude. You know what? Y'all know where it is. Go support the mob. They're family to me. They should be family to you. So, you know, one thing's for sure about KB. I might be here next week. I might not be. But one thing's for sure about me is nothing's for sure. See y'all later.
Woo! Woo! All right, Mr. Nekro, we throw it over to you.
Nick Nekro in all the places that matter. Any place that has my actual name, don't follow me. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Don't buy 2K. In fact, we're not sponsored, but go buy Resident Evil 9. Top 3 Resident Evils of all time, without a doubt. Fuck. And guess what? It was one game, one price. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Gunner?
You can follow me on Instagram at redneck_Moody24. That's the only social media you'll get on that website. And then you can find me on Facebook at Gunner Moody. Come to Supernova in 2 weeks on March 14th. You'll see me make my in-ring debut. Next time you'll see one half of the LPW Tag Team Champions is April 10th, I believe. And making his LPW debut, we got Moose coming. That's right. former member of the system, is coming to Lucky Pro Wrestling in Leominster, Mass. So get your tickets now because as of yesterday, first row is almost sold out.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
We've already almost sold out on front row tickets.
Blackheart, talk to him.
At OTTL mob everywhere else. But he is right, though. In 2 weeks' time, we back in action, fellas. Supernova Wrestlers draft night. Who's going to where? Who's going to get drafted where? Who's going to go to Shark? Who's going to go to Vortex? You never know. Tickets are still available at eventbrite.com or day of show at box office. And still time to sponsor a fellow wrestler if you will. And you already know how that shit goes. Follow us everywhere at Supernova Wrestling on Facebook, Instagram, and think TikTok too. So don't forget that. Check us out. And we hope to see a lot of people. Let's fill out to have another sold out crowd right there in the Neil Randolph Vault Theater in Lynn, Massachusetts, March 14th. Doors open up at 5. Tapings at 5:30. And live show / stream starts at 7 o'clock. So beware.
Can I say one last thing about Supernova Wrestling really quick?
Sure you can.
I know I have a lot of strong opinions to those that listen to us on the podcast. So I just want to throw it out there just to hopefully push the ticket sales a little bit further. I have a very strong opinions when it comes to wrestling. I make no qualms about it. I make it very well known. So if you disagree with anything that I have to say, I will be at these Supernova Wrestling events. So please come talk to me. I will debate you and I will school you. And I will make you look like a little child. So please come buy a ticket, come argue with me, and I will tell you how much Danhausen is the greatest thing to come to WWE in a long time.
Dude, I'm telling you, once the things get behind him in WWE, he's going to be making so much money.
All the monies.
Or you could just be like, or you could just be like KB. I don't give two fucks what people think about me. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and if you don't like it, so suck my dick and die quick.
Damn.
Oh. Well, fuck.
The and die quick was the really like the nail in the coffin.
Y'all know where I stand. You know how to find my ass, Eric37 Joker. You know where to find me. If I don't follow you, well, I either am full or I'm too weirded out because, as our first topic of discussion, and I'll leave it at that. But y'all know what time it is. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, ding, ding, pin. Tell your baby mama, baby daddy, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the Pony Express, what can Brown do for you? Spread the word. Check out my boy, Mr. Mooney here in 2 weeks' time. If you in the Boston area, never say never. And make sure you stay tuned to the Pod Mob and Hardcore Sports for all the great content. Check out the archives. And next week, we honor AJ Styles. What are we going to dive into remains to be seen. But make no fucking mistake. When you think you know the answers, we change the questions. But as KB alluded to, the only thing about us is nothing's for sure. Now, I got racked in the head. Ah, crap, we don't have the clip. God dang it. But, in closing...
Hey, Clavis! Wake up! The show's over. Oh, yeah!
For myself, Nick, Blackheart, Gunner, KB, this was the Wrestling Asylum. I'm your host, Eric the Joker. So long until next time. And if you're not down with that, we only got 2 words for you.
Suck it!
Black Power.
Stay tuned. Next.